I was born in that front room up there. Bring back a lot of memories, of course, since I grew up here. This house was built in 1915. Got involved in the community. I'm Robert Lowdermilk, or Bob, as I'm better known. 101 years old, born in this house in 1924. So that's where my story begins. Well, in '29, my dad had a business here, Dorset and Lowdermilk, north of Mount Gilead. Lost it all during the Depression. And they thought they were going to lose the house, but they were able to save it. Delivered papers, the Charlotte Observer, for 4 years, 20 cents a week. So I saved enough money to go to my first year of college. Entered North Carolina State at 1941 as a 17-year-old freshman. My major was in electrical engineering. I played freshman basketball at North Carolina State in 1941 till Christmas. They cut me at Christmas. I was actually in my room studying that Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, halfway listening to WPTF Raleigh on my little radio, when the announcement came that the Japanese had bombed Pearl Harbor. I had to register for the draft in February of '43. Well, I had just turned 18. They assigned me to the Air Corps. They were running short of pilots in the Air Corps, so the directive came out that anybody could apply for aviation cadet training. They assigned me to go into fighter pilot training. Checked out in the P-39, which was the first fighter I flew. Boarded a C-54 to go to the Philippines to join the 49th Fighter Group. Philippines were essentially security, and as soon as they had a strip built there for us, we moved up to Okinawa. There we could fly missions into southern Japan. I had one mission from Okinawa that lasted 8.5 hours, which is a long time in a fighter plane. But we flew from Okinawa to Shanghai, China. But I was on Okinawa when the bomb was dropped. And the war seemed to be coming to a close. But a week after the bomb was dropped, I was able to fly over Hiroshima. Could see the devastation, and which was complete when I estimated a diameter of about a mile. I'd say war is hell any way you look at it. And our group escorted the surrender team to go to Manila to meet with MacArthur to work out the details of the occupation. We picked them up off the coast of Japan, the two Betty bombers that I have a picture of, marked with a green cross for identification. We escorted them to a little island of Hiroshima. From there, they loaded a C-54, the surrender team, for the flight to Manila. And then they worked out the details, and then on September the 2nd, 45, our group flew cover for the signing of the surrender in Tokyo Bay aboard the battleship Missouri. And we stayed in Japan for the occupation. But in July, I got my orders to come home, stayed in the reserves. Then I entered state that fall for my final 3 years. I came back from the war to enroll in state as a sophomore, changed my major from electrical engineering to mechanical engineering with an aeronautical option. But after the war, I stayed in Watauga Hall. So right opposite the cafeteria, I could look out my window and see the cafeteria over there. Bought me a 49 Mercury convertible. And I was the man about campus. Well, it's meant a lot through the years. I have fond memories of state, living in Watauga Hall, right there in the middle of the campus, and had to study some. Graduated in 1949. Week after I graduated, got married, and a picture of my wife sitting on the camel there. And then I got back in the aviation business at Lockheed Aircraft. And they were working on the C-130. It's 1954. The first one flew in 1954. I moved all over the country. Moved back to Mount Gilead. I got a chance to buy the home place here. My wife and I had 30 good retirement years. She died at almost 6 years ago, I guess. That was the love of my life. Almost 70 years. Traveled, toured Europe, went on 21 cruises, were active in the community and church, and I designed a couple of projects, one to renovate a Ford Motor Company plant into a nice restaurant. We remained active and had a good life. And advice to younger generations of state, I would say have a good time, but study and learn your profession, what you've chosen to do. 4 generations, let's see. My brother, he finished North Carolina State as a chemical engineer. Then I came along, Jay, and then Mike. So state has been real assets to our family.